Kerry Badham, and today I'm here to demonstrate the new FMM Tiara cutter set. In the set you have two pieces. One of them is the large tiara and the other one is the small tiara. The small tiara is perfect for cupcakes and the large tiara is perfect for making a large tiara to go on top of your cake. You can also use the tiaras to make a really pretty lace effect around your cake, and I've demonstrated that here with the smallest of the set. You could also put this on a square cake and have these on the corners with this piece coming down. That would make the cake look really attractive. So firstly we're going to start with the small tiara. I'm going to knead our modelling paste. You can also make the tiara with flour paste, but it will be a little more fragile. You roll it out, and ideally you would leave this rest for a little bit to stop it from sticking in the cutter. Turn your modelling paste over, place your small tiara on top and apply pressure with your hand. Wiggle it. And remove the excess modelling paste. Now, as you can see, there's tiny little shapes within the cutter. So I smooth over the back with my finger. These are also really nice shapes to use on your cake to decorate them if you want to. So now we will use our FMM knife and scriber tool and just remove the inner sections. If you want to reuse the shapes, you'll need to do this a lot more gently than I'm doing it today. Pop through the heart from the other side. You can see here. And I use those to cover the joins on the cake. Now we need to remove this from the cutter. So gently using your knife and scriber tool, you just pick the tiara out. Now I did this from each end because you don't want to stretch your modelling paste. If you leave this dry off a little, it comes out a lot easier. Comes out. And there's your small tiara. Now when I used this to make the lace effect around the edge of the cake, I allowed it to dry flat on the firm foamer pad. But we're going to make the little tiara that can go on the cupcakes. And to dry these, what I used was my large rolling pin. And I popped it over. And you can make a whole row of these to go on your cupcakes. And then I left it to one side to dry. And once it's dry, it just comes off in the shape that you would like, and there you have your nice tiara. So you can put it on a little cupcake disc and put it on top, and it's a really lovely addition to your cake. Demonstrate how to use the largest of the tiara cutters in the set. I've already rolled out my modelling paste and I've allowed it to set off a little. This will prevent it from being sticky and helps it to come out of the cutter a lot easier. So place your cutter on top. Wiggle it on the mat. And remove the excess. You can apply pressure with your fingers as you go round, ensuring that you get a really nice clean cut. Turn it over, and here you can see there's some really lovely shapes. Rub them over with your finger. This just helps you to remove them easier, ensuring that you get a lovely clean edge when you remove them. You can reuse these lovely shapes as well if you remove them gently. So here we have the heart, and you can reuse that on your cake. There's also a lovely teardrop shape. And a really cute mini crown. But if you don't want to use them, again, you can just remove them really quickly. If you feel it start to stick, just rub it with your finger. Okay, all the shapes are removed now, so what we need to do is remove it from the cutter itself. So just starting at one end, just gently lift it up. If it stays behind in this and you get frayed edges, it means that you've rolled your modelling paste just a little too thick. It comes out nice and easy. Here. So you have a lovely shape, just like the smaller one. You could also use this as a design around the edge of your cake if you wanted to, but today we're going to make it a tiara. So I have a 4-inch round dummy. You can also go into your supermarket and you can pick up the steam puddings in the tins, and the tins are the exact width that you would need. I'm going to lay this on top of the dummy, and you need to leave it to dry off for a good couple of hours. You could even leave it overnight. You may need to use something to support it, but once that's dried off a little, what you would then do is you would stand it up and it would sit against the dummy. But now it won't do that at the moment because it hasn't dried off enough. But here is one that I made yesterday so I could show you, and the lovely thing with the tiara is that you can decorate it. So over here we've got some sparkle. Now you need to remember these are non-toxic, but they are non-edible, so only put this on removable decorations. Don't cover your cake with them. Place your tiara on a piece of paper. I've folded mine in half because I can then pour the excess sparkle back into the pot once I've finished. And what we will do is we're going to wet our tiara. You can make this in flour paste as well. It makes it nice and fine and it dries very, very quickly, but it makes it a lot more fragile and of course a bit more expensive to make. So here we've wet the front. I would wet the front and back normally, but for a quick demonstration I've just wet the front. And then you do the messy bit. You literally just sprinkle it over your tiara, and where your tiara is wet, the sparkle will sit. You probably need to do this a couple of times to make sure you get a really nice even coating, and you'll be covered in glitter for days. So there, we've covered it, and if you want to stop the sparkle from falling on your cake, because it is non-edible, you can spray that with a clear glaze to prevent it from falling off onto your cake. And you can see here we've got one that we did already on the top of our cake.